Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Sunday today, and it's a beautiful day here on the West Coast. It's starting to feel a little bit like spring. When I took the dog out for a walk, I could actually hear the birds singing. So that's kind of the first, the first we've kind of heard maybe a day or two ago. It started. So that's usually the first sign of spring for us. And so it is, yeah, it's a lovely day. So hopefully it's a nice day where you are. Maybe you're spending some time in your craft room, or maybe you've got other things going on for a Sunday. But I wanted to show you the February paper pumpkin kit that arrived at my door one day last week. So it is so adorable. Hey, Roberta, welcome. So you can get the paper pumpkin. You can subscribe month to month, or you can get a prepaid subscription for either 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So either way works. If you do the month to month, it charges your credit card on about the 11th of each month. And then your paper pumpkin arrives at your door about a week or so after that. And I will say you'll never know what exactly is coming. Hey, Nancy, you do actually get some sneak peeks. Stampin' Up! Is good about sharing some unboxings and sneak peeks of the upcoming kit. So you kind of know what might be in it and some kind of glimpses of what might be in it, but you don't know exactly what you're going to get. So this month is 2 cards and a little treat box for Easter. It is so dang cute. So I'm going to show you those three projects, as well as an alternative that I made. So if you are one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, I share a tutorial with you that will give you some ideas of how you can use your stamp set and ink spot that comes with it. And you should get that in your inbox of your email. So if you want to subscribe, that's kind of one of the added perks of being one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. My goodness. Hey, Nancy, Amanda, and Lynn, welcome. All right, let me switch over and we'll get started. All right, look at this adorable box. Oh my gosh, it is so cute with the bunny, the little chick, and then of course these flowers. So that comes in a box every month. Sometimes it's fancy box like this, and sometimes it's not. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can actually see that. See, if your boxes, if you don't use your boxes, or you want to store your extra bits in them, it always tells you the month and the name of the kit. So that's kind of a really nice feature. Okay, so when you open the box, everything will be wrapped in plastic with the exception of your ink spot and your stamp. So I've already pulled mine apart because I've made this alternative project when I was designing it. So everything else would be wrapped. The cool thing is, look at this. This is new in the last couple of months. You get, hey, Judy, hey, Pam, welcome. You get a printout of what the stamps look like. So look at this, the bunny, the chicks, some daffodils, and then some great sentiments. Look at even baby. Welcome, baby. That's a perfect baby card. And so you can use this, put it into one of our stamp cases that you can purchase, and then you've got, you could store your stamps in there if you didn't want to use the box. So I really like that. I'm gonna put that back in. Okay, I'm gonna pull them out. I kind of went through all of the supplies. The first thing I do is go through all of my pieces, one, to make sure they're there, and two, so that I get them organized. So this one comes with an early espresso. Hey, Vicki. Yes, the prints are amazing. An early espresso ink spot. You get some tear and tape adhesive and some crumb cake twine. You get some dimensionals and some little glue dots. So these are a little bit different than the glue dots that we have that you can purchase in the roll. So pull those out to use. And then you get the pieces. So let's take those off. So I've got, these are the ones, you can make 3 of each of the cards and then 3 of the treat boxes. Look at this, adorable. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So that's the first card we'll make. So pull those out. Get myself kind of set up here. Now, there are also instructions. So this is always on the top of the packaging, and it shows you what these are going to look like and then gives you, when you open it up, the instructions. So a couple of things. One is it shows you exactly what's in the packaging, and then you can also a link to where you can see some alternative projects. And then each of the instructions are the same. So let me just kind of go over. Every month the instructions look the same. So it shows you the ink spot. It tells you that we're going to use the Happy Easter. So put that on your block. Get a block out. And then you're going to pull the laser cut. So you just kind of take and poke that out. So you're going to need one of those for the first one. So it will show you what that looks like. And then there is a layered piece, which I'm sure is around here somewhere. She says she's wondering where that piece is. It must be here. Anyway, we'll find it. It shows you if it's a little tiny round circle, it's a glue dot. And if it's a hexagonal shape, see that? I don't know if you can see that. Oh gosh, it's frozen. There we go. The little hexagonal means the dimensionals. And then it tells you, if you can see that, it tells you how many embellishments to put on. So this one's got 5 embellishments. So let's get started on this first card. The first thing I need to find, which I don't see to know where they are. Well, I know they must be here. Oh, there they are. Huh. I'm looking too hard. So I've got these. I just have to punch out the rest of the, you kind of have to look. So I'm just going to take and pull this apart gently because it's got some of these little tiny leaves. There we go. All right. So this is the frame. So we need one card, one envelope. Okay. So the same as always, they are pre-scored. So take your bone folder and give it a good burnish. This is Petal Pink, this card. Look at that, how cute that is. So I'm following along on my instructions. So I need to put glue dots. Now I do have a hard time with the glue dots that come in the packaging, but I do use them. So you can use them and use your take your pick tool, because I do find it much easier to get these off if I use my take your pick tool. If I try to use my fingers, I just don't seem to be able to pull off the top of them. So they are a little different than the glue dots that are in our rolls, because these are more like a dimensional where they've got the backing a layer on them. So I use my take your pick tool. So I put 4, just told me to put 4 on of the glue dots. So that's what I'm going to do. So I love Paper Pumpkin because I don't have to think about designing a card. They're all pre-designed for you, and they are always so cute. If you want to, so I'm going to show you one alternative that I made. You can actually use the supplies that come in the kit and design your own. So we're going to take and just put this on the front. Try to get it even. Okay, so just it's got the glue dots in the 4 corners. There we go. There's the frame. Now it tells me I need that banner, and I'm just going to use my ink pad. So it's a Happy Easter card. Started on your Easter cards. It's coming up quick. All right, so we're just going to stamp Happy Easter across like that in Early Espresso. And we're going to put dimensionals. So it tells me to put, even tells you how many dimensionals. Isn't that cool? You don't even have to think. There we go. So 3 dimensionals. And then it tells me I need 5 of these daffodils. 1, 2, 3, 4, And there's 5. And the other card. Okay, and I want to put dimensionals on the backs of these as well. These are great if you've got grandchildren. These are great kits for your grandchildren or your kids. If you've got young kids that like to do crafting, they're great for that too. All right. So we are going to take and put, oops, not like that. So we're kind of popping up over some of the existing daffodils. And then we're going to put daffodils on some of these down here. So I don't think it matters. They do show you which daffodils to put where, but I don't know that it actually matters. I'll just put one like that. There, so we've got our daffodils popped up. And our sentiment banner is going to go across the top like that. Isn't that such a pretty card? And then the last thing it tells me on this one, there's no twine, no, none of the twine, but I need 3 of the large. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I'm going to use my, so the putty end often works better on these where I have a hard time. So you can put wherever you want. So it tells me to put 5 of these. So 3 of the big ones and 2 of the little ones. And if you wanted to do some stamping on the inside of your card, you absolutely could. But isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Okay, I think on the next one, I wonder if we use a welcome baby. No, we don't. I have a baby card I need to make, so I might switch that up and use a welcome baby stamp on one of these so that I can send it along with the quilt I made. Okay, so the next one is a slim line. It's not quite a slim line. I mean, it is, but it's not as big as the slim lines you often see. So you need one of those. Oh, and then, sorry, I forgot to show you the envelope for that first card I made. Is so cute because it coordinates in the back. There we go. Okay, so for this one, we need the card base. We need the sentiment that says springtime greetings. So we'll get that out. We need this cute little, look at these little baby chicks. So we need one of those. What else do we need? Oh, and then we need that wreath that I pulled out from the first card. Sometimes this is the hardest part of these. They're not hard at all, but sometimes finding all of the pieces. Okay, so we need a banner as well. So we'll start. The first thing it tells me to do is stamp my banner using the Springtime Wishes stamp. Oops, get it up. It's going the right way. So Springtime Wishes. There we go. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of the little chicks, and it's telling me to put 1 in each corner, which makes perfect sense, and 1 in the middle, so you don't have it sagging in the middle. And we're going to put this in the middle of our slimline card, like that. So cute. Okay, then we need the wreath is the next step, and it tells us to use glue dots on the wreath, and it says to use 6 of them. So we will follow the directions. Like I said, if you were putting this together, you know, you can decide how you want. These are your cards, but I'm just kind of showing you how the Stampin' Up! Concept artists that work on the paper pumpkin kits have got them. got them designed. All right. Like I said, I do have a hard time with the glue dots, but the take your pick tool works really well to get those, the backing off of them. There we go. All right, so we want to take and put, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, how pretty is this with that wreath? Okay, and then, oh, it's a shame to cover those up, but it's actually telling me to put 2 dimensionals on the back of this and to cover up our little wreath. Oh well, okay, we'll do that because it tells me to. There we go. Still a cute little card. And then the last thing I'm supposed to do is find my embellishments. And again, on this one, we're going to put 5 of these white embellishments. Sometimes it's really hard to see in the picture where these embellishments go. So like I said, it doesn't really matter. You can put them wherever you want. Okay, let's put the end. There we go. That works better. And then 2 of the little ones like that. So that is the second card. Really cute little slimline card. And then the envelopes that coordinate with this one are also slimline and have the bright green on the inside. All right, the last project in this kit is a treat box. I'm trying to find it. So let's find the instructions for the treat box. Okay, so this is folded. So we're going to unfold it. Oops, let's get it going. So we're going to unfold it. The scallop is the top of our treat box. And we are... So we're going to use tear and tape adhesive. So there's some tear and tape adhesive. And we're going to put tear and tape adhesive along this edge. Oops. Where did that end go? There it is. All right, so we're going to put tear and tape along this edge like that. And it's telling me to put it along this, the bottom of this flap. Okay, so it's going to be a milk carton. So she says confidently, we're going to fold like this. I'm going to use my bone folder if I can find it. And then again, maybe I won't because it's disappeared under it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. So when it goes together, it's going to go together like that. The bottom is going to fold all in. And then these are going to fold inwards. So I'm just going to take and kind of fold on those, what are the like milk carton, because they fold inwards like that. So we're just going to kind of bend those on the score line. And then I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to take my tear and tape off, and I'm going to fold this in half to glue the side together. And then I can take and just use your bone folder. There we go. Yeah, we've started it. Okay. And now we're going to take and fold in on these flaps and put the one that's got the tear and tape. So it will stick everything down. So the 2 little flaps go in, the big flap. I guess that's the way it goes. I would have put it the other way so my glue, maybe I put it, no, I didn't put it on the wrong one. So I'm going to put more tear and tape down because either I didn't understand or Anyway, so I'm going to put some more tear and tape on here. It did just tell me to put one strip of tear and tape on, so maybe I put it in the wrong spot. All right, so there's our little box. And now I already kind of started to fold in where the milk carton. So this kind of folds in on itself. And it's got two little holes here at the top. You'll figure this out. It really isn't that hard to put these milk cartons together. So we'll poke those out. And now it even tells you how much of the twine to use. So I'm going to put my milk carton together and then I'll decorate it. If I can get my twine coming off. There we go. It tells me 18 inches. So I'll use my handy dandy. So that's 13 and then another 5. All right. So we're going to decorate the front. So we have to poke out some more holes. There are actually holes on all four sides. Okay, so we're just gonna see if I can do this. This is where, there we go. Yeah. So you have to put this twine, this crumb cake baker's twine, through all 4 of its holes on one side and then come back through the holes. So I'm finding it easier to do one at a time, like this. This will make a really cute little treat holder for some chocolate. Okay, there we go. All right, so now you can just pull that together, make it even, and tie a little bow. Hold that together, and you could use your tweezers to hold it together. I didn't get it very tight, but I'll use your tweezers to hold it together. So you get there we go, that's better. And then you can tie a bow and make sure that it's completely closed. So there's the little treat container. And then we're supposed to take one of these cute little bunnies and put dimensionals on it. 1, 2, 3. And put a little bunny on the front of our little treat box. Isn't that cute? So that is the third. Oh, and there are some of the little white embellishments. Hard to see where they've put them, so I'm just going to, because we've got white flowers and white embellishments, so I will just put them on like that. All right, so I'll bring these back. So these are the 3 projects that are in the kit, but we're going to take and make an alternative project using the supplies that are in the kit. So let me show you the card that I designed. Look at this. So what I did was I took one of the card bases and I used the everyday details. So let's grab a card base like that. So that's the card base. It's in basic white, and then I've got a piece for the inside of the card. And then I need one of these card bases. And I've got the Everyday Details dies. So this Everyday Details is one of the bundles that's in the mini catalog. And I took and just kind of framed the bunnies, and I cut that out. So I'm just going to go and do that. Get things out of the way here. All right, so this Everyday Details dies are they are one of my favorites, and I think people are missing them because they're not real obvious in the catalog, but the dies are amazing. You have to poke all the little bits out, I will say that. So if you run it through, this one's not too bad actually. I only have a few bits that I had to poke out. So I've done that, and then the other thing I need to do is cut the other part of my card base. So this card base is a standard card base in North America. So I'm going to cut this, my back piece. I want this gingham, and I want it to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, which would be what our first layer is on our standard size cards. Oops, and then I forgot to score my petal pink. So my petal pink was 4 1/4 by 11. It could be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. But... Okay, so 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and then use your bone folder. So we're just going to take, and actually we're not going to adhere it. We're going to take our crumb cake trim, and we're going to wrap it around this piece, this gingham piece. And I want to tie a bow right here. So I'm going to keep my tail here, and I'm going to wrap it around 1, 2, 3 times. Now I will say, if you're making alternative projects, you might run out. So I know I'm using more twine than probably it uses on the box. So you might have to substitute some other ones if you start making alternative projects, but they do give you extra. Okay, so I'm going to tie a bow on this right-hand side. If I can get my tails kind of going the right way. So 3 times around, and then I'm going to tie a little bow here on the right-hand side, or yeah, the right-hand side. So I'm going to use my tweezers to hold that in place so that it doesn't. And I can take those out and hopefully grab, there we go. I don't want a very big bow, so I'm just going to tie a little bow like that. That can be trimmed. Okay, all right, and then I pulled this apart. So I have my bow in the center, and then I separated these out kind of like a fan, like that. And then I use dimensionals there on the back of the circle that I cut out. This is the largest circle die in the Everyday Details. And I put that over top of the twine so it'll hold it in place. And then this just gets glued on. You can use tear and tape, the tear and tape, or you could just use some liquid glue or your Stamp and Seal. So this just goes on like that. And then I need one of the, what did I use for that? I used that one. Okay, so I need one of these labels. So again, you're going to use one of the labels. So you do use the supplies. And we're going to use the Springtime Greetings again. Like that. And some dimensionals to pop this on. Like that. So this is a pretty quick and easy alternative project just by using one of the card bases. And then we'll use some of the white embellishments like that. And now I've got a piece of basic white for the inside. So you can stamp. I think I stamped on this one. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so here's what I did. Don't want this piece to go to waste. So I took this and cut it to be 3/4 of an inch by 4, which is what my 4 inches is my width of my basic white. And then I took my ink pad and the little daffodil stamp, and I stamped the daffodils along this one. It fits 3 kind of perfectly. And then I glued that to my basic white, which I don't want to get. I'm going to take and put some grid paper since I've got glue or ink on there. So then I just took some glue and glued this. So isn't that a pretty little border? And I didn't waste much of that card base by making this alternative project. So you can do all sorts of things. Like, I'm sure there's some great alternatives people are making even from the boxes if you don't need treat boxes, for example. So that's the inside of my card. There we go. All right, so that is my cute little alternative project using one of the card bases from it. So let me bring these back in. So there's the cute little treat box. That's the first card we made with the envelope. Cute little slimline card with its coordinating envelope somewhere. There it is. Like that. And then there's my alternative project that coordinates with that first envelope. All right, switch back. So, like I said, you can make the projects exactly as they are, and that's kind of fun to do. You just kind of sit and make them, or you can use the whole box and make your own projects from it. So hopefully, if you get paper pumpkin, and I know there isn't paper pumpkin in Europe or the South Pacific, and I'm sorry about that. But if you get paper pumpkin, you can, like I said, make them as they are or use it to create your own alternative projects. And if you are one of my paper pumpkin subscribers, you will be getting a tutorial in the mail that gives you a bunch of projects using the ink and the stamp set from this suite. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? So if you do want to subscribe, you won't get this kit. The next kit is coordinates with the Meandering Meadows, which is was an online exclusive or is an online exclusive. So it coordinates with that, and it will be, if you subscribe by the 10th of March, you will get that kit. I don't exactly know what's in it, whether it's cards or not, and that's kind of what the surprise is. Stampin' Up! Does tell me what it is, and you can go and look yourself, but I just haven't looked to see what the projects are. So if you subscribe by the 10th of the month, you will get the kit for March. If you don't want a kit at any point in time, you kind of see the sneak peeks and they're not really for you, you can actually suspend your account for a month at a time and then not get the kit. Say you're going away, you can suspend it so that you don't get your kits delivered and you're not home. Or if there's a kit that you're really not interested in, although I haven't seen many of those recently. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me today. That was a little longer than I normally go, but we did 4 projects. That's pretty good. So I will be back live on Tuesday. I will be live about 4:30 in the afternoon with my sketch challenge. So come join me and we'll make a card together using the sketch. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.